And I got teased for being a simp. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm like proud of it. Like, I'm a lover girl. Do I want to stick around? Do I want to protect my peace? So, and sometimes we got to even escape from ourselves. How do I change my mindset? I could have changed this a long time ago.
What up, y'all? For Complex, I'm Jordan Rose, and I am sitting with multi-hyphenate actor, creator, rapper, singer, and streetwear legend Teyana Taylor is in the building.
Hey,
Teyana, how you feeling?
I'm good. How are you?
I cannot complain. I'm thankful to be sitting here with you today in these super comfortable chairs.
Yeah, these chairs is cozy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like matching your vibe right now. So before we look ahead to this exciting project that's going to be coming out in August, I want to take a step back for a second. What was young Teyana working at Denham Library in Harlem listening to?
What you know about that? Oh my God. That was like my first job and I was so happy to have it. Oh my God, I was so excited. What was we listening to? Dang, I can't really remember. I was just so excited to fold up the jeans. The fact that they turned the jeans into like denim books, like the way it was folded, really created books. It was so aesthetically pleasing. I honestly don't even remember what music was playing, but I know I was hyped.
So now kind of looking today, what's been inspiring you lately?
Lately in regards to what?
Just creatively, what you've been working on, what's been inspiring you? I guess in general.
I guess life around me, things, places, I think it's just like, I'm inspired by everything around me, like I'm inspired by even just small gestures, you might just be outside and see somebody do something that's like, wow, that was really dope. Because I'm that kind of person where a lot of my stuff, like, is like behind the scenes, like when cameras and stuff is not around and, how I move around and how I show up for people and, like I've always been naturally a helper. So those kind of things inspire me, My children.
Yeah.
Like I got two little me's running around that's like so different at the same time. Like I'm literally just always inspired. You know what I'm saying? Like even just sitting here, like, this is really dope, sitting here conversating with you, just everybody in the room. It's just like to walk into these rooms and see more and more faces that look like us, I think is always amazing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's dope. That's why they always say, like, you should always network laterally because it's better to rise with people. Like, obviously you should also, like, look up to and network upward, but, like, look to the people next to you. I think show love to who show love to you. I don't even think it's a thing of like networking. You show love to me, I'll show love to you. I got a vision, you got a vision, so we got a vision. You know what I'm saying? Your shit dope, my shit dope. Like if it's dope, it's dope. It doesn't matter who you are. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really look at, it's not a popularity contest for me because I know how I feel to also be the underdog. Right.
I'm that person that like, I remember when people would kind of swerve me to do songs with me and now I want to be on the album. People that have swerved me to do certain things now need me to direct their shit or create a director. It's a lot of that, but I am a graceful person. You know what I'm saying? I don't hold nothing against anybody because it's never personal. Right. It is more of a thing of like, I need to only align myself with people that's up here or people that's, beyond me or with me. I've always made sure like that I interact with people like me. And then the people that are higher up, that's cool too. But like I hold everybody at the same level in regards to who I work with, who I collaborate with, who I hold respect for. Respect is not only given to the untouchable. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to be touchable.
Respect everybody.
You feel me? Respect everybody. Be kind to everybody.
And speaking on the love aspect, when I was doing my research, one of the most interesting things from an interview I watched of yours, you were talking about how when you initially retired, right, how you felt like you were getting more love from people after you retired than before you did, right? How did you reconcile with that feeling and to get to this point of being able to release this upcoming work?
Honestly, see, I'm not a grudgeful person. So it's like, and maybe it's a sad to me, but like, if we get into it, the first 5 minutes, I'm like, yeah. And I'd be like, so nigga, you want some pizza? Like, what we doing? Like, I don't know how to stay mad. So like, how people walk around, like not talk to each other and like friends and stuff. That ain't me. Cause just that quick, I just forgot and I'm like already on to the next thing. So I peep things. I don't harbor. You know what I'm saying?
You peep and move accordingly.
Yeah, exactly. And now I know how to handle you. You know what I'm saying? But it's still love. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've still worked with people that I felt like shitted on me before.
That's a hard thing to do.
I've worked with people who have shitted on me in the past and then wound up needing me later. And I think showing up is really like, I don't want to call it revenge, but it's the ultimate graceful revenge of like,
to show that you're the bigger person.
Not even a bigger person, you know. One quote that I do say is, "You gonna need me before I need you." The person tried me, I'm like, "You gonna need me before I need you," or mark my words.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And it, like I said, it doesn't come from like a spiteful place. It's like, you're gonna need me before I need you, and I'm gonna show you what it's like to show up for you. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm an empath. So if you need help, like, my work is my work. I don't let my money get mad neither. You know what I'm saying? So where I might have done it for free, now it's gonna cost you.
Tight.
You know what I'm saying?
Tight.
So it's just like, you know, I got you, regardless. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people who may not show up for me is people that I respect a lot. So people that I even look up to. So it's kind of hard to just like lose that respect overnight because something didn't go your way. Like, that's not me. Like, something didn't go my way, so I don't F with that person. I don't deal with that person. That's not me. I'm just always still an honor. I'm always still grateful and graceful, you know, above all.
Do you think the best work comes through hardship or through love?
Both. I'm a lover girl, so, you know, when I'm in love, I can sing about love. And you know what's crazy? When I'm hurt, I can sing about love, because I think that's the part of me that, you know, it's the fairy tale. I want a fairy tale. So I have to close my eyes and, you know, play with the idea the way little girls will play with dolls and be princesses, and that's me, you know. Like, I'm like, that's where I meet my inner child and I stick to what it is. It's actually harder to sing about heartbreak because I wish I was never there. You know, I wish I was never there in that space to even have to sing about that, because the goal is always love, you know. And when there's anything less than love, it's a hard pill to swallow. It's a hard topic to think about. It's a hard topic to sing about, you know. So yes, I would much rather sit down and make, you know, love records, good, bad, or indifferent.
That reminds me of a lyric on Long Time where you say, "The truth is I didn't end when it was over." Can you kind of break that bar for me?
Oh yeah, saying it didn't end when it was over. I think, you know, as people in any situation that we're in, I think we fall in this thing where we want to give the benefit of the doubt, you know, and we want to try it in every font, because what have you accomplished if you haven't tried? And I think that as we continue to go through every single font and we just still don't get it, I think it take for the most traumatic and dramatic thing to happen to finally be done, whereas like you could have saved some piece a long time ago. It's bigger than just one particular thing. It's bigger than just that heartbreak. It's a lot of things that have broken my heart, you know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of things that I feel like, you know, it didn't, you know, I should have been walked out this shit a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? That's how I felt when I retired. I should have been did this. I should have been climbed out of this box a long time ago, because I don't feel like I should be trapped in one box. I look at myself like a Glade plug-in. You can plug me in anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Any type of socket, any outlet you see, plug me in. Why be stuck in one room when I can make the whole building smell good? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you have to understand when it's time to go. You know what I'm saying? When it's time to walk away from whatever is not serving you, appreciating you, loving you properly, and that goes for anything across the board.
And speaking on, obviously, your music career, you walked away from that 5 years ago, and now we're back. Why did now feel like the right time to drop Escape Room?
I think now feel like the right time to drop the Escape Room because I am doing everything that I love. Now I am plugged in every single room. I'm plugged in every single inch of the wall. I'm plugged in every piece of square footage in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I ever wanted to begin with. I left because that was all people seen for me. Everything was based around this album that was never coming out. And it was just like, I can't do this, because now I'm putting other things that I love on still while I'm on standstill. You know what I'm saying? So now while I'm just sitting on the shelf collecting pretty dust, I can be occupying my mind. I want to do this, and this. So it took for me to lock myself in a room tell the world that I was leaving this so I can go and do this, and this. I told everybody, watch, I'm going to be a big director one day. I'm going to be a big actress one day. I'm going to be a creative director. I'm going to help other artists. I'm going to protect other artists. I did every single thing in less than a month. So I would never let a person tell me I can only be plugged in one wall. Never again. Now, I'm at enough peace with myself to revisit music. Music wasn't the problem. It was everything that came with it.
Right.
That weight felt like punishment, but it wanted to be in preparation for what was already written for me. That's
a bar right there.
Yeah,
it's a bar right there.
The weight wasn't punishment, it was preparation for what was already written. So at the time it felt like punishment because I wasn't willing to do certain things, you know what I'm saying, to get where I needed to be. And if my route took a little longer, so be it. You know, my way may be the longer way, but it'll be the worth it way. And it was worth it. And now I'm back to doing what I love my way.
Real. Over what period of time was this album created?
Ooh. Honestly, it was a few years because I wrote in my divine order, in my divine time. And, you know, once you hear the album as a whole, like, it's an ombre. It's an ombre album. And it go from one color and then you see the transitions into the next color of how we got here. So heartbreak to healing, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, broken to repair. But I feel like sometimes we hear records about just being completely broken, and then we hear records about being completely repaired. So it's like, well then, bitch, what's the secret? Why you gatekeeping how you got here?
Yeah.
And I feel like with this album, I wanted to go into the in-betweens of every single color it took to get here. You know what I'm saying? The parts that people don't talk about, the parts that people don't sing about a lot. They probably sing about it, but it's like a single here and there. But to hear an album fully be, you know, structured in the way of an ombre and it's taking you through every single stage of vulnerability, I think is a rare thing, and I'm excited to share with people to hear, and I think it's relatable. But again, I'm also a lover girl, and I feel like, you know, now it's kind of hard for lover girls to be lover girls out loud because we're in a prideful and in very egotistical, egocentric wave of music. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, well, fuck that. If he ain't calling, I ain't calling back. You know,
he's not posting me, I'm not gonna post him.
Yeah, it's like, and I got teased for being a simp. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm like proud of it. Like, I'm a lover girl, and I give the most prideless love and the most egoless love. That's all I know. So pride and ego has been the demise of the most beautiful things for a lot of people that I know and have loved. You know, if I've ever had to walk away from anything, it's always been pride that has been the demise of whatever was there. I don't do well with, and like I said, that goes for everything across the board: friendships, relationships, business-ships, anything. I'm an open book. You know what I'm saying? And the moment pride and ego is involved, like, that's a lot for me, because even when I love through the pride and, you know, because that's the empath in me. So now I'm empathizing and sympathizing with, okay, well, maybe it's this way because, you know, so I start making excuses for the things that I shouldn't make excuses for. You get what I'm saying? Because I try and, you know, empathizing, having compassion is putting yourself in other people's shoes and taking yourself out of yours and understanding where we're both coming from. It's part of compromise and different things like that, you know? So for me, it's like, if I'm loving you through that and it's still there, then it's a you thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's a you thing. And that's when you have to kind of go and visit yourself with that and handle that on your own. Yeah. And the most I can do is pray for you from a distance and still love you from a distance, you know? Yeah. And I think it's also interesting, even the choice of singles that you have between Long Time and Bed of Roses. I think both reflect two different parts of the healing journey, you know? One side reflecting and knowing you should have been left, and then the other side is like embracing this thing that's new. You know what I mean? You know, watching the trailer, you're building a whole world around this album. Aaron Pierre and Lakeith Stanfield both starring in it. Can you kind of talk about how Aaron has been involved in this project and the creative process or inspiration process for you? You know, he damn near like EP'd it. Not literally, but like damn near, you know? It felt good to have someone be as passionate and as serious as you are. When you work on something, you have a whole team that's supported, but nobody ever gonna see it the way you see it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you might get so passionate, they all looking at you like
chill out. Yeah.
all right. But to have a person that's right there like, yup. To have someone on your side fully hear you and don't think that your visions are crazy. Don't think that, what you see or what you feel is crazy. And also, I'm really big on how you handle me. And I feel like you got to handle me like a cup of tea.
Mm-hmm.
How would you walk with a cup of tea versus how you would walk with a bottle of water? You walk with a bottle of water, you like, yeah, you shaking the water, you throwing it up and down, you da-da-da. But a cup of tea, you walk slower, you're more calm, you're more delicate. And even when you sip it, what happens if you sip the tea too fast? You're going to burn your tongue.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, I am a cup of tea. And I feel like he handles me as such, he's very, very gentle. It allows me to feel warm and to feel safe and not be in survival mode. So it may be things that he can get across to me that maybe somebody else from my team wouldn't, because everything is so aggressive and, well, this is what you need to do and this is how it needs to be done, blah, blah, blah. And he's just like, well, T, you will do what you want to do regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no right or wrong way. Here's my thoughts on it. Here's how I feel like. And then you're able to kind of like reflect on it and be like, you know what, cool, you do have a point. Here's the happy. So it's all in how you handle someone that will get you a lot, that will get us a lot further than whatever we do in our line of business or whatever, Yeah,
I was going to ask, like, if you had to describe your relationship in like one word, what is the first word that comes to mind?
Soft and safe, soft and safe. And that's for, again, anything. I don't ever talk in just being stuck in one box, Like, I want to feel soft and safe wherever I am, in any friendship that I'm in, any relationship that I am in, within my business, amongst my peers, you know what I'm saying? And I think that, even with starting the Aunties, my production company, I think that's why our clients love us so much, because we're nurturers, and that's where that Auntie title come from. Like, we want people to feel safe, to be creative and know that nothing that you want to do is ever too much. That the sky is not the limit. The ceiling is not even a limit, because honestly, if you kick through this motherfucker, it's still something above that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it's very important to take a person out of survival mode. I think that's what anything in life, any of us, women or men, and it's all about just creating a safe space. And that's also what you get in this album as well, is me creating the safe space that I also want created for me. And I feel like it's going to open up a lot of dialogue for men to feel safe as well. And it's not just a thing where it's like, well, how can I trust you? What can you do for me? What can you do? I think it's a thing where it's like, okay, how do we open dialogue to where we both feel safe? You see in the monologue, Easy Right say, this could be the safest place you've ever been in if you just be real.
Yeah, just accept that you're feeling me and I'm feeling you.
Exactly. So for me, even through everything I've been through, I want this to be safe for you too. I want this to be the softest place on earth for you. I want this to be the warmest place on earth for you. You know what I'm saying? So what I give, I want to be reciprocated.
One last thing on this though, also, obviously you're both actors, so you have been in the same spaces when you're acting in this trailer. Have you gotten him in the booth though? Like, have you gotten Aaron in the booth? Have you tried to see if he can sing a little bit?
No, I haven't, but the way he be singing my songs, at that point, I just gotta have a secret mic. Because he really be in there, you know what I'm saying? But when he's in the room, for me, that's what it's about. He is so, hi, hello, I'm Team Teyana. Like, he sat in like Def Jam meetings and we do like the whole thing where everybody introduced themselves and it's like, yeah, CEO, executive, blah, blah, blah. I'm saying, hi, Aaron, Team Teyana. That's like he's so like push me to the front and vice versa, you know what I'm saying? Like, being in his space, like, we're not there to be like, hey, I'm here, like, that's not that. Like, we support each other in each other's space, and he don't like being like pushed to the forefront. So it's like, yo, you want to get in there? No, I'm cool, So I just, we respect each other's space, and knowing how shy he is, like, I would never just like put him on the spot, like, do this. And I enjoy the moments in, our bond where it's just like, we are able to sing out loud and sound crazy, or, me trying to mimic his accent or whatever it is in our personal space, you know?
Definitely. So you have a whole bunch of things going on in your world. You have this album, but also one battle after another, a project that you were specifically chosen for your role, which I think is amazing, especially considering the caliber of cast. Can you kind of talk about what that experience has been like, working with Leo and that just project?
Oh my God, that experience has been amazing. First, shout out to the GOAT, Paul Thomas Anderson.
Legend.
You know, clap it up, clap it up. He's a mad scientist. You know, like he is a genius, and you know the way he handpicks his people are just insane. So now going down to Leo and handpicking me, handpicking the rest of the cast, I couldn't have chosen to be in better company, you know, on set, because you have Leo, you got Sean Penn, you got Regina Hall, you got Chase Infinity.
Stacked.
Like, what?
Stacked.
You got Woody Harris, and like so many more people, you know what I'm saying, that it's just like, wow, like I'm learning. I am soaking this all up. I am taking this all in, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, Leo, he's such a good mentor, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he's such team you. He believe in you, he is team you. You know how many people have come up to me, the biggest of the biggest, come up to me like, oh my God, so Leo was talking about you guys' new movie, and he was just saying how you killed it. And I'm just like, this is still Leonardo DiCaprio.
Legend.
Probably at a random brunch over avocado toast and caviar, you know, like really like, so yeah, like Teyana, like she kills it, like she is an absolute, like, that's amazing. You know, they say it's about what they saying behind your back. You know what I'm saying? And to know the things that are being said about me behind my back from him, just already respecting him out of this world, but it's a whole nother level of respect and friendship, you know, to know how you handle me behind my back.
Real.
You know? Yeah.
Definitely. So my last question, you've accomplished so much, continue to accomplish so much. What do you hope your legacy will be when it's all said and done?
I just hope that people are receiving me and my legacy in real time. I think a legacy is something that is always and forever growing. And, you know, just following in the footsteps of wanting to just help and be present. That's always been a big thing for me. You know, I would often pray and ask God, like, okay, what's my real purpose? Why you keep pushing me this way? What are you trying to show me? You know, what are you trying to tell me? You know, why am I in this space right now? I'm probably in this space because I need to be able to pour into people the way I wasn't poured into. You know, you got some people that feel like, I wasn't loved, so I don't know how to love.
Right.
Well, I didn't receive this, so I don't know how to give this. Where me, I'm like, I didn't receive this, so I know how I want to give this. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't poured into this way, so I want to pour into you. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I find myself attached to people who need that pouring, that I attach to yearners. You know what I'm saying? Because I yearn for safety within this industry. You know, I yearned to be heard. I yearn to be protected. I yearn, and now it's like I see other people, and before they even have to yearn for that, I want to just provide it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to provide a safe space for people to create without their visions being labeled crazy or, oh, this is not possible. I don't even want what's impossible to be in the vocabulary of artists that I work with. Don't ever feel like more is more to me. Don't ever feel like you're doing too much. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever feel like you're celebrating too early, because every small win means something. You know what I'm saying? Every single step. You see a baby take one step and fall, guess what? We still clapping, right? Because we took a step. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, well, if you don't walk down this whole carpet right now, you ain't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes we just got to give ourselves more grace. And that's what it's all about. And that's why it's like, it's definitely, you know, a bittersweet thing, because I give grace to sometimes people who don't even deserve it. You know what I'm saying? But that's not my job to figure out why they don't deserve it. The most I can do is what I know, and that's to give grace. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm learning most is to give more grace to myself, because I'm me, and I'm a lover girl, and I'm an empath, and I'm gonna always be that way. You know what I'm saying? And I'm learning to give myself more grace in everything that I do.
That's beautiful. Teyana, thank you so much
Thank you
for sharing some time with me
yeah,
in this amazing
thank you.
conversation.
Appreciate you.
Escape Room coming soon. And that's all for Complex. I'm Jordan Rose. Peace.